George.
Hey, how you doing, man? This is Share Beer 317. Right now we're with Barrick and Mark Sanderson, and the highly requested Mark Sanderson. You
Oh
can
yeah.
find him here at this.
Yeah. I live here. I live at Joe's Hangout. Or a Mark's photography spot.
Yeah, or Mark's photography spot. If you're into photography, you can definitely catch his show on Sundays. And right now we are going. We're about Barrick just cracked open a new brew that he has made, and with a hop unfamiliar to him called Lemon Drop. And so I was wanting him to describe what you were getting from the pallets as compared to what you're smelling in your brew right now. You just poured it.
Well, when I opened up the bag of hops, it had a pretty lemony smell to it, which kind of surprised me. But I'm not really getting that out of here so much. Hey, there's Zach. Well, Zach maybe can help out this whole thing. But it just tastes like a good IPA.
Oh, okay. So you're not getting that big hop.
Oh, it's a big hop, but it's just not
Lemony. I mean,
not as lemony as I thought it would be. It is lemony, but not as much as I thought it would be.
Hey, Zach, welcome, man. Glad to see you again, man.
Yeah, how's it going, guys?
All right. Now, are you familiar with that hop Lemon Drop?
Yeah, Stone's using it in their new IPA, that gluten-reduced IPA that they're using.
I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
Stone's using that in their new IPA. I think it's called Delicious. It's a gluten-reduced IPA.
Oh.
Well, you know, I'm ordering my hops now pretty much from the Yakima Valley, and I got the Citra and the experimental pine fruit, and I thought they were out of one that I wanted, so I saw this Lemon Drop, and I says, sounds interesting. So there's 8 ounces of the Lemon Drop, bittering, last 2 minutes of the boil, and dry hopped, all with lemon drop.
So you just took 8 ounces and split it up between the boil and the bittering?
Yep.
Okay. Or boil and the aroma. Cool.
All of it, even dry hopped. It's really good. Man, I'm really surprised. It needs to carbonate a little more, but I was just jumping the gun, I guess. Had to try it.
Oh yeah. Well, if it tastes good, If it tastes good now, it'll taste even better once it's carbonated a little bit.
Right. Yeah. It should be even just that much more better. Exactly.
Mo better.
Yes.
I'm really pleasantly surprised. I'll tell you what. When I took the hydrometer reading before it fermented, you know, after I just put it in the fermenter before it started to ferment, I tasted it, and I thought it tasted very lemony. But now that it's fermented out, it's still a little lemony, but man, it just tastes like a good IPA.
Huh.
Really nice.
So the specific lemon flavors kind of faded into the back a little bit, huh?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Huh. Now I wonder what that would do with a little extra time with the carbonation, like if that would maybe come back.
Well, we will know next week.
Yeah, because it needs about another week, no?
Well, it needs a few more days, but next week when we have the share beer, I'll have another one.
Yeah.
And I'll let
We
you know.
bottle about 8 or 9 days instead of 2.
Yeah.
That's usually about it, isn't it? Usually 7 to 10 days for it to kind of really get.
Yeah, I like
get up
that.
enough
But this has been in there 4 days.
Okay. So another week would be a
Still
lot.
doesn't taste too flat.
Yeah. No, it's got some stuff there. I mean, you got some foam and you can see bubbles. So it's a good start.
And,
Pleasantly surprised.
what do you have, Mark?
I'm finishing up this growler that I started on Sunday. Black Diamond Grand Cru.
Ah.
You guys get Black Diamond there, Joe? I think they're out of Concord, California.
Okay, I'll have to keep an eye out for it.
Yeah, because the guy at the Growler store here just started working for one of the distributors, and Black Diamond is one of the ones that they distribute here. And I said, "Do they go in Phoenix?" He says, "Oh yeah, yep, they're in Phoenix." And this is a double, Belgian double. They add a little bit more fruit to it, and they age half of it in bourbon barrels for 10 weeks, I think.
Ooh.
So it's got some nice dark fruit flavors with some of that bourbon vanilla. Very tasty. 10%.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, that's a double.
That's a good night
Double
beer
trouble
right
if you drink too much of it. Yeah.
That's Zach's session beer.
That's just right at the session beer level.
That's just session beer. I don't know what the big deal is.
Yeah, really?
What's the big whoop?
I don't know. I drank half of the growler on Sunday and the other half tonight, and it's lost a little bit of carbonation, but the flavor hasn't changed. Flavor is still
right. Still right on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good night juice right there, man. That's what that is.
Yeah, one glass is enough. If I drank two full, this is that pint Belgian, New Belgium glass. If I drank 2 of these, or if I drank the whole one of this, whole quart of this, that would be
Oh, yeah.
I'd be snoring pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, heck yeah. So what's the latest chain reaction, bro?
Just brewing a lot of beer, and we get our new system. I got to acquire it next week, so
oh, cool.
That'll be good. So just
You're getting a 7-barrel system? Is that what you're getting?
Yeah, the 7-barrel system from Lone Tree Brewing here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so just got all the new kegs ordered today. Just ordered 135 new kegs. So
wow.
A lot of beer.
Wow. Yeah.
So 135 kegs costs like $200, right?
Like 15 grand.
Yeah. Yeah, like we said, a few $100.
Yeah, a few $100,
yeah. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Plus or minus 15 grand. What's the big whoop?
Kegs are $1.05 a piece. So.
Really?
Wow.
Greg Puckett's at Cigar City right now. He just posted something on Facebook.
Oh, is he really? Nice.
Really?
Nice. That's a treat.
Mm-hmm.
And what we hear that all the time, upgrading, to a new system and stuff. Now tell us what you're coming from and what's involved in going to a 7-barrel system.
It's just, we're a 1-barrel right now, so it's just a big homebrew kit. The fermenters stay in a little temp-controlled room and all that stuff, but with the 7-barrel, you can't really do that because you're talking 300-something gallons, so
mm-hmm.
So you got to hook everything up to a glycol chiller line because everything's jacketed and chilled with a glycol. So, and it's just more space. It takes it's the same way of brewing. You still have your grains and your hops. It's just larger quantities.
Mm-hmm.
But I just like last week, I spent $4,000 on all the hops for it. So
wow.
Wow is right. Wow.
So between the kegs and the hops, you got 20 large in there.
So how are you now? I know with cooking, things don't necessarily equal out. Like if you're making something for just yourself and you want to make it now for 10 people, you don't necessarily up that recipe by 10. You know what I'm saying?
It's not always lateral. Grains are fairly lateral as where that goes. Hops, your utilization goes up, so if you're using 3 pounds a barrel right now, that might go down to like 2 1/4 or something because your utilization goes up.
Okay.
Spices are the tricky one. There is really no formula to figure that one out.
Yeah, that's just experience with your own system and your recipes, right?
Yeah, we've been going. We'll have about 10 brews or so on this new system because we've been going down almost every week and brewing with those guys
Mm.
on it. So
Okay, so you're used to
fairly
it.
experienced with it.
Yeah, yeah.
So, is there any? Man, things are moving rapidly, Zach.
Yeah, 700% in the first year.
Wow.
Wow.
The first 10 months. So as of today, we're 10 months old, actually. So
Yeah.
That is incredible. So, do you kind of feel like you're on the edge of a roller coaster, barely hanging on? I mean,
yeah, this is,
legs flapping in the wind, just kind of.
yeah,
Hold on.
yeah, you kind of just take it, and it's just you hold on and you get with the grooves. And some days are really busy, some days aren't really busy. And other days you're just trying to figure out where you're going to put this beer because you can never have enough cooler space. And then I do about 3 accounts outside of the brewery, like restaurants or bars that have it right now. Well, that'll change. If I wanted to, tomorrow morning I could walk out and have 30.
Wow.
Yeah.
To where it's just that kind of waiting period right now, as far as let's see, once we get all this new beer moving on, and that'll be crazy. And the brewery just won. So Denver Westward, it's one of our like big local papers, I guess. We just won Best New Comedy Show because we do a comedy show every second Friday of the month.
Oh,
and
See that?
we've just seen huge success out of it, and the town loves it and everything. So
Cool.
that's something, and just you got 900 things to do on your plate some days. I'm organizing a Harley route, a Harley poker run up here to different breweries, and organizing a golf tournament for the breweries. Doing a bike poker run as well, just a pedal bike. So you're always trying to have 900 other events going on.
Yeah, all stuff that's kind of beer related, but not directly beer related. Just kind of promotes the brewery and a few others.
Promoting, and we're pretty fortunate with how we've been accepted into the industry, and we have a lot of friends that have been around a long time that have really supported us. And it's all about just giving back. Sometimes it's not about that whole making the money thing. It's about we'll do this golf tournament, and so last year we raised we did Fill the Boot over Labor Day weekend. We raised about $1,200 for MDA. This year we'll do the golf tournament, and hopefully that turns into about $10,000 that we raise for them. So it's just all about giving back and doing that good karma, and still educating people about really good beer.
Yeah. That's the challenge. Sometimes you just want to get the word out and support the communities. And the secondary effect is you get a little bit more awareness. You build awareness without advertising, basically. Yeah.
Well, and it works out well for you because you just call it advertising, so you just write it off.
Yeah.
So, are you getting more comfortable with the government side of it?
Yeah, I mean, every quarter still is a pain in the ass, but because it's just like I finished paying them last week. Every quarter you've got your sales tax, and there was a recent study that came out. I don't know, maybe. So if you guys take a guess, what do you think the actual percentage of each beer that you buy goes to taxes?
Oh, I would think a quarter.
Like 40%.
Yeah.
It is 47%.
Wow.
47% of every beer you buy, somewhere of that goes to taxes.
Yeah, all the embedded taxes and all this stuff. Yeah.
So, it's always getting used to, and we're fighting the bill pretty hard up here about the beer, full strength beer in grocery stores. We don't want that at all up here.
Well, you can smoke marijuana there. Why would they worry about that?
So Colorado does their liquor stuff so much differently as far as we don't use the 3-tier system. You can self-distribute your own stuff. So I can sell to just one or two stores if I want to, and build a relationship with those guys. Whereas distributors, you can do the same sometimes, but if the or if the stores started carrying all the beer, with the structure here in Colorado, it drives a lot of the small guys kind of out of business because you have these relationships with small businesses as far as liquor stores and this and that. I can't fly to California and talk with Kroger about selling my beer, especially because they're going to want it in all of their 200-something stores in the state.
Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah.
But in Colorado, you can go to Joe's Corner Grocery and put your beer there.
Yeah, it's just about, and liquor, you're only allowed to own, one person can only own one liquor store in the state. That's why we don't have big chains. We don't have the, what is it that you guys all go to, the big beer store?
All Total Wine and
Total Wine.
Total.
ABC Liquor, Total Wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have any of that. We just have like Chatfield Liquor or Broadway Liquor.
Yeah, every grocery store plaza there has a grocery store which sells 3-2 beer, basically, and then every plaza that has a grocery store has a liquor store, because the liquor store sells all the other stuff.
Yep.
It's great for the independent liquor store business owner, because
it's more small beer business geared, and just the structure of how small breweries are here.
Yep.
When you basically look at it, you're like, oh yeah, why wouldn't we just want everything in one store? But when you kind of break down the math on it, it's the structure of 200 and something breweries in the state, just being able to, I'll go to, and it's so regionalized within the cities. Oh, you can get these guys at this store, but you got to go to that store to get those other guys.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty interesting, man. Thanks for sharing that knowledge right there.
Yeah, liquor stores and breweries are fighting it tooth and nail up here. So,
What are the chances that it's going to pass?
I don't know. It's on the bill every year, so I mean, it's just Bud and Coors are the ones behind it, and
they want to get into Albertsons and Safeway and King Soopers, basically. Yeah.
Well, and it's good for them because it just drops their price even more, but it also eliminates a lot of the competition.
Yeah.
Whereas you won't have near as many craft breweries on the shelf.
Yeah. No, you won't have as many craft. If it passes, you won't have as many craft beers on the shelves of the grocery store. So the liquor stores that are in the plaza will still probably carry the craft beer, though.
Yeah, they would carry the craft beer, but what they would do is they would send. You still have to look at, 90% of their business is still selling Coors and Bud.
Yeah, that's true. That and the just the hard liquor, the distilled stuff.
They would lose out on that.
Oh yeah, that's true. If they couldn't, if the grocery store next to them was selling the full 5.5% or whatever Coors, then yeah, they're screwed. Yeah.
So
what doesn't pass?
What do you have in mind for maybe the next 6 months?
Just brewing beer. We got we've got a cool thing coming up. We just did a mint julep firkin for the Kentucky Derby that's coming up next week. That's going to be a blast. It's a rye Hefeweizen that we added mint tea to the boil and then aged it on bourbon.
So that's kind of to take advantage of the mint julep bourbon Kentucky thing. Yeah.
So that's going to be cool. I got a crawfish boil coming up here in May. And then June we've got the anniversary. I'll be releasing 4 different bombers in the tap room, all barrel-aged beers.
Okay.
That's what I was wondering, if you're going to start doing bombers.
It'll be of the barrel-aged stuff for right now. Okay. So I'll have a couple cases or so worth of each of these. I got our creme brulee stout. I've got it in a bourbon barrel and a rum barrel. And then I've got our Belgian rye stout in a Scotch barrel. And I've got a spicy Irish stout aged in spicy Imperial Irish stout aged in a tequila barrel. And then I just picked up a couple of gin barrels that I got to figure out what I'm going to do with those.
Gin. Oh, you should do a juniper. You should do a juniper beer.
That was one of the ideas. The other one, we have a beer that's really popular when we have it out called Magic Carpet Ride. It's it's a double white IPA with white jasmine flowers and Nelson Sauvignon hops. So it's super fruity and the jasmine. Might throw that into the gin. But yeah, just keep brewing, keep having fun. Just summer festival season, and then you got, GABF will be coming up. That's in September this year.
Oh, that'll be here before you know it, too. I mean, it's...
Yeah, I think we start registration process next month.
Jeez.
That thing is just an animal, isn't it? It's a beast.
It's crazy, but it's the one that you don't not do it.
Right.
There's a lot. I can not do a lot of festivals and be okay with it. GABF, you have to do it, And if you haven't been, it's something that you got to see.
Yeah.
They're like this year, it's just unfathomable. Like they're adding 90,000 square feet to it this year.
So are they just taking up one of the other halls in the convention center?
Pulling one of the walls down, and it'll be the biggest hall that has ever been done. Like bigger than the auto show, bigger than any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go. Beer rules.
Now, Zach, let me ask you another question. What is kind of the latest in beer tech? Like, what is the latest kind of beer techie-ish thing? Do you think?
I think you just see more control units, a lot of automation as far as you don't have to be there a whole lot. There's guys that can start. There's a homebrew shop down the street from my house that they do a learn to brew thing with them. And the guy actually starts the mash tun and starts all the heat stuff from his phone while he's at his house.
That's cool.
It's a Google app or it's an iPhone app or whatever that he does that. I mean, you can take on your control boards that monitor your fermenter temperatures. You can monitor those and change those from your phone. So it's like, oh yeah, I needed to crash that beer.
That is pretty cool, man. That is pretty darn cool.
Yeah, it is. It is completely cool. Yeah.
Hey, is there any, and this goes for Mark or Barrick or anybody. Is there any more beer apps that are, similar, giving competition to Untapped at all? Like any sort of? I have not heard of anything.
Yeah,
I just signed up to partner up with these guys on a really cool one. It's just in Denver right now, but it's called Elixir.
Elixir.
So what Elixir is
any special spelling to that? What's the spelling on that?
EX Elixir.
Okay.
So it's just in Denver right now. It's only a week old, but I think they've got like 15 or 20 bars signed up right now. And what it is you go to these bars that have signed up with the app, and by drinking there, what they're doing is they're promoting drinking more and driving less. So,
I was waiting for you to say drinking more and driving more. I was like, whoa, that's not going to last very long.
Yeah, that's not going to go too far.
What happens is for every pint or every dollar you spend, you earn ride points. By that you can cash that in. So I think on like if you had a $40 tab, you end up earning like $5.75 or $6 or something towards a cab ride.
That's cool.
Oh.
So, like, would it be towards Uber or
Yeah, do
something?
they link with Uber? And
Yeah, right now it's done through Metro Cab and a limousine service,
Okay.
and they're trying to get Uber and Lyft added
Okay.
on next
So
month.
yeah, Metro Cab is kind of like the local cab conglomerate in Denver, right? Yeah.
They're a lot better than Yellow Taxi.
Yeah. Yeah. They're
So,
the white
yeah,
cars, aren't they? The white cars, if I remember.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but
We have some green ones over here in Phoenix. Some I forget the name of them, but they're pretty big. A green cab company. But yeah, I know Lyft, and you see Lyft and Uber all over stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'd imagine they shouldn't have too much of a hard time getting them in on that.
Yeah, I would think that would be a great tie-in.
Yeah.
For that. You know, I don't have to worry about it because Pam's just like the designated driver.
Yeah, you got your own
We
TD
just go.
there.
I buy her dinner. She has a Diet Coke. I have like 18 beers, and then she just drives. I go out the window.
Yeah, that's nice when you have your own built-in DD. You know what I'm saying? And
as long as she's not pissed at me. If she's pissed, then I got to take Uber. But
yeah, I still have not tried Uber.
I haven't either. I've never taken an Uber. Me and you are probably the only two guys in the whole world that haven't done Uber.
Yeah, we're the guys. Yeah, because I've never tried Uber, Lyft, any of those services.
Mm-hmm.
I've never even.
No, we take a cab so infrequently that it's just not. No real need to do it, I think.
Yeah, and I've had models that have come out here and been really upset that they had to rent a car because it was not really a taxi kind of place, and I'm like, well, kind of describes the West, really. I mean, unless you're in a major metro area, I mean, and you could do that in Phoenix, I suppose, but it is still spread out.
Phoenix is really spread out.
Yeah.
Felix. Phoenix. Felix is the name of the cat.
Phoenix
is like
worried where
urban
you were going to
sprawl.
go with that. I was like, yeah, Felix is spread out, man. He's just all spread out. Have you tried any of those services, Barrick, like Uber or Lyft or anything?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, see, there we go. Yeah. So yeah, but I'm not against trying anything like that. That's for sure. I would definitely try something like that if I had the opportunity.
What is it? What are you talking about?
Well, there are those. Uber's like that big popular app, and it's basically like a cab ride. It's a cab service, basically. It's people just plain people like you or I sign up for Uber.
Oh, I have heard of that.
Yeah.
I have heard of it.
Yeah, and it's just some guy in his car that signs up for this service, and he comes and picks you up.
Right.
If I understand right, you don't actually exchange money. They just pick you up and drop you off.
Yeah.
Everything's done on the app.
Yep, that is correct. You do the app, and he gets paid, and you pay your money, he gets paid somehow, and everybody's happy.
And then the big deal with it, though, is that he gives you a review and you give him a review. So you, as the writer, get a review from the drivers, and then the drivers get a review as well, of course. And I think that's the big secret behind Uber and Lyft, is that they have those things. So the drivers don't have to necessarily worry about bad riders. I mean, as well as a rider wouldn't want to be with a bad driver. So, that keeps everything checked and balanced, I think, for the most part. You still hear about problems, but and the big beer tie-in here is because Zach was. I don't know if you heard all that, but Zach was talking about a local app that's getting started in Denver. That is. What was it again, Zach? They're giving points, like a point system for so much money spent.
Yeah, you earn points when you go drinking at bars that go towards paying your taxi rides.
So, and that sounds great.
Yeah, that's a great way of doing it. Yeah.
That sounds like something that should be integrated into Untapped, or some sort of taxi service should be, or the option to do that in Untapped. I mean, man, once they see you're starting to get 10 badges, I mean, hello, you're hammered.
Yeah. To like automatically call a cab for you.
Yeah, I mean,
You've done like 10 check-ins in a row at Fred's bar.
Yeah, you
just have like a car magically show up and it's like, okay, sir, time to leave.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it should just.
We brought the dolly. We can wheel you out. You don't even have to walk.
Yeah.
Hey, can I just make one real quick comment? I got to tell you guys something. Zach is one of the coolest guys you're ever going to meet. He owns his own brewery, and whenever I have a beer question, I go on Facebook, and I'll hit him up, and I mean within 15 minutes, he's got me an answer, and I just think that's really, really cool.
Oh, no, he is. Awesome. Well, he's grown 700% in the last 10 months, so he's got a couple minions that kind of hang out and they just watch the Facebook feed.
That's the secret. The minions are the secret.
Minions are the key.
Now, what kind of noise do your minions make? That's what I'm wondering.
You don't want to know.
All good minions have to make some sort of noise, man.
You know who's answering those questions, Barrick? It's Piper. Piper's like typing back in. She's like, cool, yeah, just use this hop.
I always like to help people, People were there to help me when I was first learning.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Did you ever find out anything about that bottle question? Here, let me tell you guys my dilemma. I make 3 batches at one time, okay? I make 3 batches of beer at one time. Okay. And what happened is, one batch, every 5 bottles or so, it all fermented out nicely, but out of one batch, every 5 bottles would be as flat as you can imagine. No carbonation whatsoever. Flat as it can be.
Huh.
The 6th bottle, or the 5th bottle I had opened up, the cap would blow off it and would be overly carbonated.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
And not only did it happen once, but the next time I made 3 batches, on the other 2 batches, they turned out fine. One batch, 4 or 5 bottles in a row, flat as a doornail. The next one, the top would blow off and just carbonation would come out of it. And it was, I don't even see how that could
No, that's just
physically happen. What? The only thing
you mix in the sugar, or do you do sugar, or do you just do extra malt when you do the carbonation?
Add in sugar.
Okay, but you stir it all up, so it shouldn't be like every 5 bottles.
Yeah, and even if it wasn't stirred up, you would think all of them, like maybe at the top or at the bottom, would be overly, and the top ones would. But no, I mean, it was like 4 or 5 bottles flat. Next one, overly carbonated.
Wow.
The only thing in common was I used the same kind of caps. So maybe the caps were defaulted or not right, so that it was letting stuff go. I just don't know. It was just weird Zach was kind of said he would investigate it for me. So it was just...
Yeah, I didn't find much on that one. I think you just got a bad luck of the draw.
Yeah, 2 times in a row, which was...
You blew all your good luck on bad bottles of beer rather than the Powerball.
Yeah, that's
Damn.
Yeah, that is weird. Is it like maybe the cap, the relation to the cap in that 5th bottle top, maybe?
It's just I can tell you now, if I ask Zach and he don't know, I can ask 100 other breweries and they're just gonna say I have no idea.
Yeah.
It was just freak. It was just one of those really freak things.
Yeah, you can drive yourself crazy trying to figure it all out.
Yeah.
So, anyway, wow. I was just really it's just really nice to, if you got, and Zach, I never go to unless it's, I feel it's important. Like I asked you about the yeast, I just said, fuck it, I'll just buy the regular stuff I normally buy. But, I don't go to Zach unless I need something. But, man, 15 minutes later after sending him a message, he's answering my questions, man. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
It is, absolutely, and that's that's the the purpose of this here is just to bring everybody together. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying. We've been fortunate enough to have a lot of people in various parts of the beer world, be a part of this Share a Beer family, really, and it's great. It's awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like most everyone's been pretty open and. You can ask freely different questions. It was a lot of fun for me personally. Because of this video and broadcasting sort of thing. When we had the Hawaiian guys in here, because he would come in from the newsroom. Man, he would come in. He was a TV producer and the local ABC affiliate in Hawaii, and that was super cool, man. That was just, for me personally, that was like, wow,
It's kind of like a Share a Beer orgy.
The what?
Share a Beer orgy.
Share a Beer orgy. Now, someone sent me a picture they had posted of they had
Gone down a weird path.
they had sent me a picture. They had ran a search in Google for something, and I guess I came up the first search or something. That was pretty cool,
Yeah,
That wasn't slug embryos, was it, Joe?
No, it wasn't. It was I forget what it was now. I better check the Q&A.
Right back, guys. 1 minute.
Yeah. We did have who's the guy? He already posted his malt liquor in the comments of the YouTube video. So that was like a preemptive strike on his part to make sure he got in. He's probably busy later.
Yeah, you want to make sure you got the malt liquor in.
I have an interesting kind of a it is a non-beer related article, but I think a lot of us, I especially myself, so I drink. Well, I used to drink a lot of coffee. Now I maybe only a few times a week. But this is an interesting deal here, man. As I get more into fitness and stuff, this article is on buttered coffee.
Buttered coffee.
Anybody ever even heard of this before?
No. You put butter in coffee instead of cream? Is that the deal?
It's basically, yeah. Let me get to the whole first part of the article is just the qualifying of this guy who kind of come up with this. They call him a body hacker or something like that. Like he's always.
What's his name? Tim Ferriss? Is that the guy?
Dave Osprey or something?
Okay.
Yeah, Dave Osprey, I think. He's 42, and he's a self-described biohacker.
Biohacker. Okay.
Yeah. He. Let me see here. I'm trying to find that part in the article again. Darn it. Because it's quite a ways in before they actually talk about. It's a particular kind of butter that he puts in his coffee, and the fat from the butter, along with the caffeine in the coffee, he says is supposed to like enhance your memory and stuff, and just supposed to make you really on point. You know what I'm saying? Really aware and stuff.
Clarified. Is it clarified butter? Is that what he uses?
Is that? I missed the. I read the article before we got on here.
Good.
But yeah, it seemed like something kind of interesting to try. You know, and I had never heard of it before. Buttered coffee.
And you'll feel invincible.
Yeah,
There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah, I could use that.
yeah. That it's let me let me share the screen here because it does look pretty interesting. Let me see here.
Yep. Oh, I agree with him. He's right on. The proper diet should consist of as much as 70% fat. Yep. I would go with that. So what's the deal?
Yeah, they say he takes 20 pills a day, man.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pills.
That's a lot of pills. Now, I have another very interesting article here, and Zach might be able to shed some light on this one. Let me post the link here in the chat, and then I'll go to the screen here. But this one is for Ben and Jerry's beer, man. New Belgium.
Yeah, I saw that. New Belgium's going to brew a beer with Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah, and they're still working out the details. It's not going to come out until later this fall. But they do know it's going to be a salted caramel brownie brown ale. Dude, up my freaking alley. Right?
Yeah.
And apparently today is the free cone day.
Oh, today is like free Ben and Jerry's ice cream day?
Oh, no, this was on the 14th. Sorry, you're screwed.
Okay.
If you'd have went there on the 14th, you'd have got a free cone.
I'm done. Yeah.
Yeah, you're done. But this is apparently the labeling and everything. This is what it'll look like. But I'm telling you, man, that sounds like a good beer. Salted caramel brownie brown ale. What do you have to say about that one, Zach? What do you think? Oh, he's on the phone.
Salted caramel brownie brown ale. Yeah, I'd hit that. I'd hit that. Right? I'd hit that.
Yeah.
There'd be no question there.
Yeah.
That would be right there. Yeah.
That's now that is finally that donut beer for me that I believe New Belgium would do it right. I believe Ben and Jerry's would bring the right flavors, you hope, to the table. Hopefully they have more to do with it than I think. I kind of think they have little to nothing to do with it other than putting their name on it, but
yeah.
Hopefully they do, at least with some flavors.
Right.
They're so good at that. I'm not going to be upset with them if they use some kind of syrups or something, not. Did you hear that one, Zach? That Ben and Jerry's beer. What do you think about that?
Yeah, shit. Why not?
There we go.
They've done everything else.
That's a ringing endorsement if I ever heard one.
Yeah, why not a freaking beer, huh?
I mean, I've had some really good ice cream beers, so why not mix it all together?
This was a salted caramel brownie brown ale.
Yeah, and I liked because they already do the salted caramel Belgian chocolate.
Yep.
I think it is, and that's pretty good. So yeah, why the hell not just make that a brown ale? I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'd be cool.
Yeah, I think it'll be really cool, man. I dig a good brown ale. I freaking absolutely love brown ales. So
yeah, good brown always sells good too.
Yeah, it's a sweet beer, a malty sweet beer.
That's what a lot of my guys drink. I mean, you guys have all had Upslope probably.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Except for Barrett because he's down in Florida.
Yeah.
But Upslope, those guys stopped into the brewery a couple months back, and all those big production breweries, they have if it's a quarter or whatever, a low fill it's considered, you would never notice, but their machine notices, and all those just get tossed, or the employees take them home. So they gave us 2 cases of Upslope Brown, and I mean, it doesn't last long because it's just such a good beer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Absolute
I will say, Zach, in the last 3 or 4 months, our local ABC liquor has exploded with
You're getting
local
more.
breweries in Florida.
Yeah, I heard through the Brewers Association or whatever that Florida did pass the growler bill, that you guys can finally fucking get growlers down there.
Wow. Well, that's good, man. It's about time.
That's going to be great, to be able to go to a brewery and actually get a growler beer or whatever.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
That's good, man. That's damn good.
in non-beer related news, I finally joined the 21st century and got Netflix today.
Oh my God! No.
I haven't had Netflix until today.
Oh my God!
So what should be the first show he watches, Joe? What do you think?
Suck. Yeah. What? Let me see.
I don't know. I've heard of like 3 that are really good.
What are the 3?
I've heard Orange is the New Black is good, Bloodlines, and what's House of Cards.
You got to watch House of Cards
Dude,
first.
House of Cards.
Yeah.
Start with season 1 and just turn your phone off.
Yeah.
Lock the door.
Yeah.
And just forget about your life for 3 days.
What about Breaking Bad?
No, Breaking Bad would be my second.
Breaking Bad.
That's 60 episodes. Oh yeah, that is.
I never got into Breaking Bad, and that's weird too. No, my old house was almost in an episode. It was
Walter White was in your basement.
I know. I never got into it. I really didn't.
Did you ever really? Wow, that was. I got into drama, but my brother said just try it, and I said, man, I watched 1 episode and I was hooked.
Yeah.
It looks like there's a ton of good stuff on there. So.
You'll definitely get your money's worth if you want. If you just pick a few shows and just watch it, it's well worth it.
They've got so much content on there for real.
It ended up happening because we didn't have TV in our living room for 3 months. We had a double power surge that ended up destroying our TV and our surround sound receiver.
Oh,
so I was like,
bummer.
I'm not fucking buying shit with cash. I'll wait till the tax return comes in. So it's like 3 months before we had TV or anything. And now we got one of them fancy ass smart TVs that hooks up to everything else in the house. And it's like, hey, that works.
It is so nice, bro, and I love the way they are on the TV too, because they have it to where it just plays one episode after another. Man, it just keeps going. Netflix, there's just no other streaming service like Netflix. I pretty much have used them all, and nobody's even close to Netflix. Amazon is pretty good when it works. They're all good when they work, man, but none of them have that just seamlessness that Netflix does, man. It just works.
I got it to get rid of all the other channels. I'll keep HBO because I love Game of Thrones, but.
Now, if you like HBO shows, Amazon's definitely the way to go there, because they'll have, a lot of the. They won't have current seasons, but they have all the previous seasons. So if there's ever a HBO show you want to watch, it's typically on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course you get that 2-day shipping and everything. I mean, that Amazon deal rocks. I mean, it's just so much to it. So much to it. And then especially, God almighty, living here in Phoenix, Amazon is the bomb, dude. They have that same day service. It's ridiculous, man. And now they're talking about trying to do 1 hour service. It's great, man. It's great. It's just so much fun. It's like Christmas. You order yourself something, and you're like, oh, I got a gift.
Yeah, it's like it shows up instantly.
Yeah, it's like, oh, a package. You're so surprised. You could even pay for the gift wrapping and unwrap it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Have them wrap it. It's perfect.
It's fun, man. It's fun.
Hey, can I? When 2 weeks ago, where was my video at with views?
It was like 84,000 or
Oh,
something.
that's
like
right. Yeah, that's right. He's got
What's
the
it at,
viral.
It's at
10
like
million?
it's at like 166,000.
Jeez.
I'm getting 5,000 to 7,000 views a day.
Wow.
That's
I
crazy.
I am partnered. Hold on, I'll just look at it right now. I am
Yeah.
at
That's amazing. And there were no naked chicks in there.
Yeah.
almost just shy of 166,000 views.
Wow.
Wow.
And I am partnered, but I still haven't seen it. You know when you pull up your stats and they tell you
Right.
how much you've made and stuff? I
Mhm.
still at 0.
Well, it's kind of like a month lag.
You never know how people get to shit too, because it's like you just Google something random and it's like, oh yeah, that just comes up. Click, yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like my tech guy for the brewery freaked out about a month ago because he's like, we usually have like a couple thousand hits a day or whatever on the website. We have 60,000 hits today, and I don't know what's going on. He's like, if they're all junk, he's so worried about it getting us demoted on Google or whatever in your account or whatever, if they're spam or whatever. So looks into it. Finally, after 2 days worth of research, it was this Reddit forum that came up that I don't know if you guys have ever been to the Chain Reaction website and clicked no if you're 21 or not. But it takes you to kind of a funny website, and there was a whole thing about the best websites that direct you to weird places.
Oh, okay.
Well, what I'm talking about, Zach, is just YouTube. I mean, all of a sudden,
I watched the video.
You watched it?
Yeah.
Plenty good biker bitches asses. So.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just. I mean, I don't know. It's just really weird how
Well,
that.
what's the stats on your video? I mean, now you should be able to see like how long people are actually watching it.
Right, I can do that.
So are they watching the first 5 seconds, 10 seconds? How far into that video are they actually getting?
All right. Well, I'm pulling it up. It's got 148,000 views. Well, it's got 166,000 views with minutes watched. Hold on.
It should
Hold
be
on,
like an
Joe.
average number of minutes time.
Yeah, I got to pull up a different page. But yeah, I did partner with them a long time ago. That's why I forgot about it. But I get all the stats. My okay, view stats. You guys can talk about something else. I'll tell you when I get it. It's pulling up right now.
Yeah, they give.
Well, I don't know where it says average, but it looks like they're watching about 3 minutes of the 6-minute video.
That's about what she'd expect.
Yeah.
You have that many boobs and asses. I think 3 minutes is about accurate.
I don't have very many. It was 50 degrees that day.
Okay. All right,
There
Zach.
was-
So if I click no, will I ever be able to get on your site again?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I click no, I'm not 21. I'm 50. So I'm not lying.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it does. Yeah, it goes there. Now I'm at like a Lego page.
Star Wars Legos.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna
Did you want to help us take on the Empire? Come with me.
share.
cool.
I'm gonna share my screen and do this. So we'll put in, and that way everyone can see my experience at the same time here. So I'm gonna click no.
Legos.
Here we go. Dude, what's better than Legos?
Hey, really?
Well, if you're not old enough to drink beer, then you can still play with Legos.
Dude, Legos is freaking cool.
Everybody loves Star Wars, I think. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm not a Star Wars geek, but I know some serious Star Wars nerds. Don't even
Those
start
people
me.
get crazy.
Okay, so I'm going to click yes and go to the
That
real.
trailer went out last week about Star Wars, and it was oh my god, people went insane.
You know my You know, my really good friend makes Star Wars armor, right?
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah.
Is he just like going? Is he working 24/7 now, getting all this stuff ready?
He's seriously like Zach. I mean, his stuff is blown up. Like he could quit working and just do that all the time. I mean, and the
Yeah.
profits
Oh yeah, it's got. He pays like $5 for materials and sells the thing for $1,000 or $300 or whatever. Yeah.
the profits are just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? But the thing of it is there's only so many of them cats that do it well in the world.
Mm-hmm. That's
So
what people are paying for, is the exclusivity of it. Yeah.
if I remember him saying it, I think there was only 3 or 4 of them that actually do that
Yeah.
on the globe. I mean, that's pretty cool. You know, so it's pretty cool. So you know, he would show me pictures from, you name the parade where Star Wars is at, and his work is in it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's cool, man. He's like he's like the Pat of Star Wars armor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just topped 166.
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching. Yeah, that is cool, man. It is a good feeling, ain't it?
Yeah.
Well, it's just weird. But anyway, go ahead.
I mean, that's.
I was just looking at it, and I just flipped it over, and it just topped 166.
You honestly don't necessarily know what triggers something like that. You know what I'm
Just
saying?
some random person.
Right. Sometimes all it takes is that one person to see that and put it out there, and then the next thing you know, you get a few other of those people in that circle that see it, and before you know it, it's gone. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like it's out of there. I mean, I have a few videos with over 100,000 hits, and I don't, like I say, I don't know why anybody watches any of this crap. I don't. I don't
Somebody,
know.
no matter what you put out there, somebody's gonna watch it.
Yeah, you know, and my fitness stuff has been taken off that I've been posting, and that is amazing to me because all I'm doing is sharing my little stupid journey with my fitness, and boom. It's the same thing with this beer. My photography for me is my passion. That is the reason why I even posted beer stuff in the first place, is because I was editing and having a few beers while I'm editing. And so I thought, well, let me make a review. I saw Gary and Norm at the time posting videos, and so I thought, let me just post it. And look at, here we are.
Yeah.
So it's you just never know. Everything else, photography has taken off pretty good, but nothing like the beer. And now the fitness seems to really be. And so you just never know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come down your way next this March, Joe.
Ooh.
So,
March? Wait.
Yeah, it's a ways away.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Block on your calendar, Joe.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, this March, bro, I'm down there.
Yeah, we're
a little of the effects from 420, dude. We're still kind of airing out over here, but
we're gonna come down for spring training.
Oh, right on. Yeah, no, we
Do
definitely
some brewery tour.
Yes. Yeah, you let me know when you're coming, and I'll take some days off work if I have to. Dude. We'll hang out for sure. Yeah, absolutely. But I plan on going. God willing, nothing else comes up in my life, please. Yeah, I'm hoping that after the birth of my grandchild, that I will finally be able to head to Denver, and check things out up there. So.
It's a fun place.
Hopefully it's not wintertime. I haven't been up there.
Even the winters really aren't that bad. I mean, you're still going to get days that are in the 50s and 60s in the winter, and then, you got a negative 10-degree streak for a while. But
yeah, but now I'm living in a place where, 69 degrees is freezing, you know?
Yeah.
I'm with Barrick now, man. I mean, I'm all
Uh-huh.
about the wool tank tops. You know what I'm saying?
The wool thong?
Yeah, the wool
Oh.
thong. I'm all about it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I might even have to move on past wool. I might have to do like Gore-Tex or something now because I'm getting a little chafing from the wool. You
Yeah,
know?
I'd say that would itch a little bit. Yeah.
A little wool chafe. Yeah, so you know you gotta watch out for that stuff now. You know, but we might have to go. You know, a Thinsulate or something maybe. So maybe a 100-gram Thinsulate. You know, thong. That might be good. What do you think, man? Maybe boy shorts. Maybe. Yeah. Might have to, you know, do some twerk videos. What do you think?
Yeah. That's your future, Joe. Twerk videos.
That'll get you views.
That'll get you.
Joe D. Joe D. twerking.
Yeah, but no, Barrick. Honestly, it is in closing here, man. It is a lot of fun. And there ain't no telling what people hit on, man. It really ain't. Hey, for those of you that are interested, I am on Map My Fitness app. If anybody wants to follow any of my fitness junk that I do.
Mm-hmm.
And also, now that it's after, 5 o'clock Pacific, I guess, but the NFL just released its full schedule, so you can check out the NFL schedule. I just got that breaking news.
Any
just
shockers? Any weird schedule? Any weird games?
Well, I don't know. It was just released 5 minutes ago,
Okay.
so
Come on.
yeah, I know. I'm so behind. That's like so old school now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that's so 5 minutes ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that is a big deal here in America. As you can see, I've been drinking from my Cardinals cup. I'm not necessarily a Cardinals fan, but
Well,
y'all know how
versus
that.
the Lions, well, there's Detroit. And I
Yeah.
got to go and watch the Detroit Red Wings because they're on television right now.
Right,
Oh.
yeah, you got the playoffs happening. So, right on, guys. We're out of here, man. Enjoy the Chicken Wing Tuesday. We'll see
Yes, we
you.
will.
I got
See you.
Taco
seeing
Tuesday
you
coming
there.
up later on.
Tamale Sundays.
And tamale Sundays, but Taco Tuesdays, you're my favorite, man. Loretta. Oh, baby.
Tacos. Okay. Say hi to Loretta for us.
Just kidding. But yeah, no, we do have Taco Tuesday. So one of the guys was saying he's bringing tacos this Tuesday, so for me not to bring it. So.
All right. Cool.
But in any case, man, you guys take it easy, man. Peace
All right.
out.
See you guys.
Guys.
All right.
Bye.